knows there's no stigma for losing that kind of stuff, especially like a world-class player like Nairo. So it's all good. We'll have to see how he bounces back in losers. I want to see if we see any more of that wild Bowser as we go along. But up next, it looks like we're going to see this wild Mega Man. So Mr. R against Kameme.
Wouldn't it be funny, like, if we were just getting trolled and on this stream it was nothing but Bowser players? Mr. R's Bowser versus
just all day, like, for the $40,000. Like, why? Like, well,
maybe all top 40 has. If they all split, it'd be a pretty good split. Actually.
That's true, actually. They wouldn't make a lot of money.
The top 8 split.
I mean, don't plant that idea in their head.
No.
We might see it. All right, Mr. R and Kameme starting out on Final Destination. I think this befits them both. A big open space to run around. Can catch each other on landings a lot. I think that's a good idea. Mr. R just likes a big flat space where it can be, you know, exact and precise. Not really one to extend combos with platforms, so I'm not surprised to see that we start here.
This is like kind of an annoying stage to fight against Mega Man.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really have anywhere to go but forward.
At him.
I don't know. We'll see. When was the last time these two played? You know, I don't.
I'm pretty sure that they played at Big House, unless I'm mistaken. I know that Mr. R has a history of, I think he... Well, I don't want to speak out of turn, but we'll see how this set goes, because I think I might be getting him mixed up with, I believe that he played Scat, and he kind of hastily, like, handily defeated Scat. But when it came to Kameme, he had a much more difficult time, and he actually lost to him.
Okay.
I can't remember what event it was at, which is why I'm, you know, hesitant to speak, but...
Maybe it was Evo? I don't know. Let's not think about it too much.
Yeah. Let's think about this match. As of right now, Kameme at 102 in his ledge guard position. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make it back. That's it.
All right, wow. And looking really good for Mr. R so far. He's only 48%.
48% against Mega Man is honestly very little. I mean, he does have pretty high-impact kill moves, but a lot of them are telegraphed like that when they're that back air or, you know, God forbid, a Shoryu. So Mr. R is going to be able to get a lot of percentage off on this.
Well, honestly, on top of that, he's not even anywhere near kill percent either, so he can take a couple of back airs before it even matters.
Yeah. As he dropped Blade trying to cover the options, but Mr. R wisely just rolling through it. And you can see him keeping his space. He's playing kind of at that mid-range where Needles could pose a threat, but instead he uses Vanish. Mr. R getting caught by that down air from Kameme, and Kameme has evened this right back up.
Yeah, I was saying that, you know, he wasn't at kill percent to anything, but I guess down air kind of makes that irrelevant.
I think I've seen that move hit. I could count the times on one hand.
Yeah.
It's not a very common hit.
Something about, I don't know, something about the hitbox is just tiny. There's always an attempt, but there's never like, or never usually a...
It doesn't feel like an earnest attempt. It's always just like, let me try this.
Let me at least throw out this down air.
Yeah, why not? It's like when Pikachu's use Thunder. It's like maybe, it's probably not, but... So right now, 57 to 57. We got a dead even game between these two. Mr. R again, and I feel like this is kind of the story of these guys playing, where Mr. R feels like he has his number, but Kameme just, you know, kind of slips past him. Very tricky with this character. Very nice back here. Good tech.
And bouncing fish through the leaf shield. Yeah, leaf shield is really weird, man. There's like a dead zone in between leaves, so you can't actually hit him while it's up. But it's really a 50-50, like a real 50-50.
Yeah. Now we've got pretty even game. Zar goes for the fourth throw. No follow-up on that. I'll just let him land.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pick up the Metal Blade, but he's kind of did that thing.
I feel like he's scared to challenge him for the Metal Blade. Like, he throws it away. It's kind of like a Diddy strategy. Not sure how well it works against Mega Man just because he produces them so fast.
Yeah, I think as far as I know, he can't pull out another one of his order on the screen, so I'm surprised he even throws it away. I know the secret tech against Rob is to throw the gyro up so he can't get another one.
Yeah.
But, Metal Blade obviously doesn't last as long, you know.
Yeah. So now Kameme kind of, I feel like he's dancing around Mr. R, who's kind of sitting in shield waiting for something to happen. Kameme just showing such aptitude. He gets him with the up air, though. Kameme with an ill-advised air dodge. Kind of late, too.
Yeah, that was, and Mr. R really ran the gauntlet to get that grab, so. Yeah. That was looking like an actual Mega Man boss. You know how they kind of just jump around and throw projectiles every once in a while?
You have to wait for your openings.
Yeah, that looked like a hard-fought battle for Mr. R.
Yep. I'm sure he feels relieved getting that first one. I think he said that he was going to strike Battlefield, so Smashville is the pick for game 2. I think this makes sense.
Okay.
But again, for Sheik, not a terrible stage.
2, 1, go!
Mr. R, Kameme, game 2 on Smashville. Mr. R just content to jump to the other side of the stage.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw in the end of the first game, where it just kind of Kameme jumping around, kind of get that Metal Blade out and rack up damage very, very slowly.
Definitely. Yeah, this is not a slugfest between these two. It's much slower. This guy's trying to pick their spots.
I think Kameme realizes that, well, he's not. I mean, honestly, if you try to have a slugfest with Sheik, you're probably gonna lose. You're not nearly. Your frame data is not nearly as fast as hers. So,
right.
It's unfortunate you gotta play with some matchup like this.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it goes with the projectile characters.
Just jumping all around him, like you said, just kind of these empty hops, approaching his shield, kind of bouncing around. But right now, he does have a lead. Kameme kind of known for just sitting right next to you. And meanwhile, Mr. R is all over him with these aerials. Kameme firing back with that forward air.
That forward air out of shit, man. It's so fast, and honestly, you don't see forward air very often, so you wouldn't really expect a forward air facing attack like that.
Mr. R is taking this right back. High impact, just explosive Sheik combos that come out like super quick. Just rack up damage so fast. There's that nair at the ledge. You're going to see Mr. R do that a million times, man. That short hop nair covers so many get up options.
The retreating nair, whether he's facing forward or backwards, like they'll cover like 3 out of the 4 options.
Goes through the leaf shield, hits him with the bouncing fish forward air, drops super low, but Kameme has that platform to look to.
That's unfortunate. He knew it. He knew he was going for the platform. He went for the bouncing fish and just barely missed. He was right there, missing up smash for his troubles. Man, I hate when that happens.
Again, like Mr. R, I feel like against Kameme, he plays so well, he plays so strong, and then like minor errors like that kind of take him out of it. Last game it was fine because he was able to still win, but that down air, I was hoping that wasn't an omen for the whole set. Right now, Kameme is just kind of running away with it. 25% on Mr. R. It's not especially high, but I mean, it can be difficult to get this kill with Sheik. Outside of maybe like a crazy bouncing fish or maybe a forward tilt dolphin.
He's gonna need like a bouncing fish or a green. I don't know, he did it last game. I'm sure Kameme knows. He didn't look too happy after the air dodge last game, so of course he can do that again.
Yeah. Gets the ledge and wow.
It's so weird. I always expect him to jump before doing up B, but
me too.
Yeah.
Whenever I see him up B, I'm like, why would he do that? He's dead. And then I'm like, wait, I'm stupid. I do the same thing with Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. 150%. Kameme holding on for dear life, and keep in mind, man, that rage is building. If he sees an opportunity, and honestly, he's at the point, I think, he's close to the point in the match where it wouldn't be so bad if he just went for it. Like, you're gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Like, maybe just if you see Mr. R go for something a little crazy and you think you might have it, go for the up tilt, but he doesn't have the opportunity. Mr. R, with the bouncing fish, takes that stock.
All right, finally, he has a little bit of work to do. He's starting to stock like 60% behind, but that's not too bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind.
Well, and you know what's crazy is that the platform is there, and I think for a lot of players that would kind of disrupt them. He fell through it.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was going to get caught by that, but Kameme he has such knowledge.
I guess when you do it 100 times a year,
you just practice it on every stage.
Yeah.
You know, against every character.
All right, so game number 3. Talent City is the pick. This is Mr. R's pick. Why do you pick Talent City?
1-1, man.
Do you think there's any reason why we went to Talent City here specifically?
I feel like it's an up air thing, just because he's been killing primarily with with up airs. He did get bouncing fish kills here and there, but I feel like he's just trying to go for someplace. He likes the platforms. Probably more so than just the singular platform on Smashville.
Yeah, maybe
if I had to guess.
Maybe he just wants the Final Destination transformation.
Yeah, that's right. And probably the earlier blast zones, just because it seems like it's... I don't want to say it's easier for him to kill Kameme than the other way around, but I'm getting that sense throughout these games.
Well, Sheik, it works out for him. I think we're in for another kind of slower game. This really isn't a fast-paced particular matchup.
Yeah. Mr. R definitely, like, I feel like he was playing at 30, and now he's playing at 10. You know what I mean? Like, and not percent, but like miles per hour. Like, slowed it down.
Well, he's off to a very, very
there
early
it is
start.
again.
There it is, the air dodge 3, and that's going to be enough. 12% on his first stock. That Kameme has got to be not too happy about his first stock one at all.
I feel like that kind of stuff exactly is what he was looking for in this counter pick. If he can get Kameme in some kind of, you know, air chase situation, not just, you know, from the ground, but off a platform, he should be able to take off stock super quickly, and that's what he did right there. But to his credit, man, Kameme's got him up to 71. That's a lot of damage super quickly. Mr. R can't get comfortable.
Ooh. Oh my god, we almost saw an exact repeat of game number, like literally exact repeat of game number 1.
Got him with the trump, good back air. He's gonna be able to make it back to the ledge.
Yeah, and no punish for the advantage on stage either.
Good catch on the metal blade. Nothing really happening just yet. Forward airs chasing him off. Kameme is gonna have to get up, and you can see him waiting for maybe like half a second because he's watching for the short hop nair from Sheik. He's not going in right away, and he's not waiting too long. Just started living that back air.
Yeah, just barely too. That's like the max distance that you can live from that, I assume. So funny, man. Kamame's always taking 50% on this stock. If he closes one out relatively soon, he's not too far behind.
132%, and that up tilt, he did like a reverse up tilt to a bouncing fish in the other direction. Mr. R just like so optimized. He knows exactly when he can get that kind of stuff off. And I think he read that read, he just misspaced slightly.
I love how Kameme just threw out the up smash too. Like,
I think that's smart though, because like when stuff like that doesn't pan out for your opponent, usually the first thing they're thinking is, why didn't that work? If you can throw out something like that while they're still in that mindset and a little flustered, I could definitely pop off.
So it looked like Mr. R had up tilt in the opposite direction. I guess Kameme was thinking he was going to try and reverse that up tilt and, kind of fix his error, or try to fix his error and get caught by that up smash. But what a game at number 3 for Mr. R. That was super solid.
Yeah.
Just complete control of that match.
Kind of hallmark of Mr. R. I mean, nothing crazy flashy, nothing nuts. I would say, I would argue that, the coolest thing he did there was that up tilt into the reverse bouncing fish, which is great, but Mr. R very known for just kind of totally dissecting his opponents. I think he did that right there.
Yeah, Mr. R just plays the game.
Yeah.
He just tries to take your stocks.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good way to play.
He just wants to win the tournament.
That's a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, not everybody does that.
Yeah. Some people are trying to have fun.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Those crazy people.
Yeah. All right, Mr. R and Kameme, game 4. I feel like Mr. R has got his confidence up. Like I said, I think that the story of this set is just he always struggles to beat Kameme. He gets close, but he can't quite pull it off, and Kameme, slips past him. In this 3 out of 5 set, he looked very comfortable, but, it's not over yet.
All right, yeah, we'll see what happens. This is going to be a much longer game than usual. Being on Duck Hunt's a very long, very flat stage. Mr. R and Kameme has to, wow, what?
Well,
that would have been great. Yep. So anyway, yeah, they both have some platforms to work with on the side. But I think for the most part, we're going to see a lot of play happening right here at the bottom of the screen.
Good bouncing fish up to 56%. Gonna carry him off, and that I always hate when I'm in that position where you get back aired by Sheik, but it's not like at the tip.
Yeah.
It's like in the inside. It's like, okay, I'm at her inner thigh, so I'm taking another one. Like, oh boy.
Wow.
You just keep going.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes too.
He's going for that air. Maybe at 98%. Like you said, man, Mega Man is so heavy that Mr. R can't really be thinking about killing, at least not from center stage for quite a while. Mr. R kind of standing with his back to the ledge. If you didn't know any better, you would say that he's actually the one behind, because Kameme just establishing stage control, but Mr. R realizes he doesn't need to fight for it.
Yeah, very being smart though. He's trying to stay towards the middle of the stage as much as possible. He knows even at 120%, there's not really much you can do from center stage. Down throw and then try and up air, of course, but anything that you're not gonna get hit. But bouncing fish right here is not gonna KO.
Nair bouncing fish, yeah.
And he actually gets punished for doing the jump after the up B.
Well, that's what you get for messing with my head.
Yeah, how dare you try
take
to
that. That's what you get, man. That weird thing always throws my brain off. Like,
how dare you try and use all your recovery options?
That's what you get.
Alright, so Mr. now one stock away from taking the set. Oh, there it is again. This is the second time in a row we've seen Kameme get punished for doing his jump after his up B.
That short hop nair from Sheik is so strong at the ledge. It covers so much stuff. And, like you were saying, I mean, retreating or approaching, if she goes off stage with it, there's even less that Mega Man can do because he just kind of jumps into it. One of the problems is that Mega Man's options from above him aren't especially good. I mean, he has that tornado thing, but it doesn't help as much if you come in from like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not doing a jump air dodge. That's something you see NES players do a lot. Because, you know, they have that kind of goofy jump towards the stage.
Yep. You see Kameme using the wall there, using that wall jump to try to set up a forward air. But the problem is that Mega Man's back air is so much like stronger by magnitudes than his forward air. So if he does that wall jump and hits a forward air, it will kill, but way later.
Sorry, missing that bouncing fish landing right into the Kameme. Doesn't take it too hard of a punish, but man, he's having a really, really good second stock here. A really good, what is his fourth game?
There we go. The Trump back air by Kameme. And Mr. R has to kind of, I think, take stock, calm down, and understand, you know, you're up 77%, you're up a game. Just close this out, man. Don't let this go past you.
As far as I can tell, he seems like a pretty calm player. I don't see him very often getting too flustered or overextending himself when he has a lead.
Yeah, he's not really known for that. As opposed to like a Nairo who's like very momentum-based, you know.
Oh, getting a forward smash on that dog. That probably wasn't intended.
And now Mr. R trying to find ways to close this out. Kameme just kind of keeping his distance again, staying at that middle range, shooting those pellets, trying to find openings where he can.
Kameme slowly bringing this back, though. You see he's had stage control for the last, like, 30 seconds of the game. Mr. R just trying to fight his way in. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing more needles from Mr. R.
In general.
It's very clear that, like, Kameme's not even trying to fight him right now.
Trying to take the pieces as they come. Whenever Kameme is off on the side, he has to be super careful. Mr. R, with those short hop nairs and the bouncing fishes, has been so deadly. And I feel like that's kind of why Kameme is kind of sitting at the center of the stage with his back, you know, all the way to the other ledge.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get anywhere close to that side.
He's not even, like I said, he's not even trying to fight Mr. R right now. He's just, ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Throw it away.
Wow, wow. I didn't realize you could also just throw away the metal blade.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait, he's not going to be able to. And then he threw it. I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. Of course.
That was really, really smart. And then,
was it, though?
No,
like,
no, and then I thought...
It's the same input. Like,
then I thought the metal blade was going to hit him as he was throwing it upwards.
Oh, okay.
All right, wow, that was perfect spacing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. And Kameme able to bring that one back and take it from Mr. R.
Man, Mr. R just kind of crumbling at the end of that game. He was all smiles. He was laughing, but
like honestly though, he was playing really well. It was just like Kameme just kind of brought it back very, very slowly. Mr. R, he tried to fight his way in. He wasn't overextending. He was just taking pellets and taking metal blades, and then all of a sudden it's even
bit by bit. Yeah. The problem is that you don't want to have to constant. All right, so no smash roll.
I think Kameme is using eye drops right now, and yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like Mr. R just, in a lot of instances, you don't want to just blindly rush into Mega Man and, you know, jump into those pellets and those other moves. But maybe he should have, you know, kind of turned on the afterburners a little bit more, tried a little bit harder to close that out, you know. Maybe playing a little bit too slow for his own good.
See, this is game number 5. This is absolutely the last game of the set. You know, I'm not surprised at all we're sitting in the game number 5 now. These two are so close to each other in skill level, and these matches have been so just battles back and forth. Like
absolutely. Like you said, man, 40K on the line. Everybody's trying their best.
So we're back to Smashville. I think Kameme. Wait, who was the last person to win on Smashville? Was it Kameme?
Kameme won the last game on Smashville, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Because it was his counter pick.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well, Mr. R opting to go here. He's traditionally done for... Well, I guess Duckin, he didn't... Yeah, I don't know, he's been doing well on the flat stages. He hasn't always won on them.
I agree. I feel like he's playing very well, but again, just Kameme just finds ways to get past him. And there we go, there's the forward air. He was waiting for an air dodge. Kameme did not give it to him, wisely recovering high. And rolling left, right, left. Trying to unlock a cheat code with that.
No, again, Mr. R reading the tech roll in this time, getting the forward tilt like he wanted.
This is kind of the story of Mr. R, man. He gets all this damage, and he's way ahead, and then just he could sometimes throw it away. There's the nair. Good stuff.
I was thinking up air,
Up
but
air,
I don't know if it would have KO'd.
Jab, jab. Kameme with an aggressive landing option. Didn't quite hit, but I like kind of seeing that spark there, trying something different out because he knows that the air dodge wasn't going to work.
All right, so this is looking very similar to game number 4. Mr. R with an early lead. He's probably going to get this KO'd very, very soon. I can't imagine.
He needs it, man. I feel like for Mr. R, Kameme is like a 2-phase boss fight. And like the first phase isn't that bad.
And then he gets in rage mode and starts
starts
doing faster attacks.
The second phase is a disaster. Like corrupted Kameme. Like, and he's just, it's a mess.
Kameme Prime.
Yeah. Something happens. Right now, Kameme showing this first phase is no joke either.
It happens, you know, yeah, it happens, man. Sometimes you fight the boss too many times and you start doing bad against them.
Yeah. You start taking it for granted because you're like, oh my god, I'm at this second.
So many times.
I just want to do the second phase. Like, ugh. Kameme just kind of punishing Mr. R's impudence. Trying to force stuff a little bit too much.
This looks like a really frustrating matchup to play against Sheik.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because racking up damage at low percent seems pretty easy, or relatively easy, and then like trying to get that KO is like, all right, now I have to actually run the gauntlet.
Get to run at him. And wow, Kameme just with no fear just rolling right into him. I feel like Mr. R isn't, I feel like he's a little afraid to punish that the way that he wants to. Kameme just kind of having license to do whatever he wants. That short hop nair from Mr. R just, it's not working anymore. Kameme is consistently power shielding it and getting away from it on the ledge.
The weak back air is not going to do it even at 182. I'd love to see Mr. R do like a Z drop into something. I don't know what she can do out of that, but wow, that's just going to get off the top. And now Mr. R once again one stock away from taking this set.
Yeah, but he's much further away than he was already in the game when he lost. I mean, last game, I think he only had maybe 30-40% when Kameme lost his first stock. Right now, he's at 104.
Yep.
So he's got to play super careful. Or maybe not.
Yeah, honestly, though, I think the low percents aren't even really that relevant because we've seen Mr. R can rack up that damage really fast, like I said, but it's really comes down to can he get that KO attack, can he get that kill confirmed.
Yep. Now 48%. Good avoiding on the forward air. He's going to cover the roll in. Right now, Mr. R gathering the momentum. Kameme is in trouble. We've seen him come back from this before, retreats to the platform. Take a second to gather his thoughts.
Yeah, that's great. Kameme having that platform to kind of maneuver around Mr. R when he has stage control. And also to adjust his recovery if necessary.
You can see Kameme kind of, you can see the wheels turning. Like he's sitting back, he's chilling for a second, and then he's saying, okay, I know what I need to do now. And then it feels like Mr. R bats him away, and Kameme takes another few seconds. He says, all right, well, how about this? So I feel like he's running out of options here.
I love that bouncing fish landing on the platform.
I'm wondering if Kameme is going to look for like a Trump back air if Mr. R is off on the side. I don't know if he's going to get Mr. R off stage, but he's got to try something. There's the bouncing fish. Will Mr. R finally be able to close this set against this demon Mega Man?
This would be pretty miraculous if Kameme would bring this back. I mean, I can see it happening, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Goes for the forward throw instead of the throw.
He just keeps landing into him. That's the problem. Mr. R just always quicker on the uptake. Gets that grab. I feel like a Mega Man throw will kill. And I think he went for the Trump back air. The up throw is going to do it with all that rage. 159%. Let me just stress, this is not done.
Yep, this is very similar to what we saw in game number 4. So Kameme can't do this. All he needs is to rack up that damage very slowly like he's been doing. And then, I don't know, man, we might see another Z drop.
That's scary, dude. Definitely could be the case. Stands up right into that. The forward throw is not going to do it. She does no kill power on throws, but there's the forward air.
Yes, the forward air actually does it, and Mr. R takes it 3-2 over Kameme in a very long, very, very, very intense set between two strong, insane players.
Yeah, that was tense. Like, you could feel the tension as it kept going. Is he actually going to do it? Is he going to close it out? I mean, Mr. R just historically having that trouble actually finishing the set against Kameme. So awesome stuff to him for finally getting it and, you know, getting it done.
That looks like one of the most frustrating matchups to play on both sides, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in a 3 out of 5 set. That's got to be like mentally, like,
it's exhausting.
Yeah, exhausting. There you go.
And you got to wonder, like, when we're talking about brackets, I mean, it's easy to say, okay, you got this top player against this good player, but he's not a top player. Like, he's obviously going to lose, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, as you talk about, like, the meta, what's going on in the brackets, Mr. R is going to go into his next match probably a little, you know, drained, right? He's going to show up at the next match and maybe playing in a different way than he normally would just because of how slow he had to play that game and how careful he had to be. So you got to wonder what effect it's going to have on the rest of the tournament.
Well, I hope for him.